Hello, this is Lily Sanabria, and welcome to Raising Leaders, Module 3 Leadership Qualities. In this module, we will be looking at some leadership qualities that will help us grow our influence with our children as we help cultivate these same qualities in them. By now, we're pretty clear that leadership is about influence, nothing more, nothing less. And in this module, our objective is to review some qualities of a leader, an influencer. These are just three of many: integrity, nurturing, and faith in others. An influencer has integrity. More accurately, an effective and positive influencer has integrity. But what is integrity? Pause this and take a moment to write down what you think integrity is. Here are two definitions that speak to me. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Our children see right through us. They see who we are, and if who we are does not align with who we say we are, then we lack integrity, and no matter what we say, our words lose power. For example, what happens if we constantly promise things to them and don't deliver, whether they're rewards or consequences? Our words lose power. We simply become people who just say things they don't mean. In other words, liars. In essence, we are teaching our children that it is okay to lie. So what do? Life's busy and hard, and sometimes we feel like we just want to chill at home and not have to be so intentional about everything. But this is where and when it really matters, especially if we want to raise leaders. And you do, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this. How can we reverse the weakness of our words? First, we need to make that choice for ourselves. Acknowledge our lack of integrity to our children, then make sure to keep calm and walk the talk. And when we lose our integrity again, and we will, we need to be intentional about restoring our integrity quickly. How? By acknowledging that we blew it and then reset. Here's another definition. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. This is the heart of integrity. This is where our words become strong, when our actions align with our hearts. We are who we are when no one is watching. Here are some quotes about integrity. The supreme quality for leadership is unquestionably integrity. Without it, no real success is possible, no matter whether it is on a sections gang, a football field, in an army, or in an office. And I would add, as a parent. When I lay down the reins of this administration, I want to have one friend left, and that friend is inside myself. Consider, when you lay down your head at night, do you like who you are? Here are some great questions to get a good pulse on who you are. Do you have good written values? It's important that they be written values because most will respond yes to this question without knowing or being able to express these values. And how can we have integrity without teasing out what we have integrity about? Once you're clear about these values, do you practice and model them for others, in particular for your children? Do you place the interest of others above your own? This is always a challenge, especially when we're tired. It doesn't mean that we neglect our needs, right? I mean, we do need some rest time, some time to chill out. But that even when we take care of our needs, it is with the interest of others in mind as well. Like, I work out, I get the sleep I need because I want to be healthy enough to be able to lead myself and others well. Are you accountable to others for your actions? This is important because we typically don't have a good read about ourselves. We can be overcritical, and often we can be blind about our way of being. So having someone we trust speak into our lives is crucial here. Sometimes asking our kids how we can become better may be very eye-opening. And since you know yourself best, do you genuinely like who you are? I can tell you that I've learned to be my own best friend, but it took some time and work. I'm constantly intentional about growing because who I am affects those around me, especially my son. An influencer nurtures others. An effective influencer does for others out of love and compassion. In the words of Henry Drummond, a scientist, author, and spiritual leader, you will find as you look back upon your life that the moments you have really lived are the moments when you have done things in a spirit of love. So, nurturing requires that we be concerned and love others. Sometimes, because of the way we were raised, we need to learn to nurture. Some of us don't like being touchy feely, but that could be the love language of our children. And guess what? A leader learns to become what others need, even if it makes them a bit uncomfortable. What is nurturing? Nurturing isn't doing something for others because you need something from them. In other words, you don't just show concern because you need for your child to behave. You nurture in spite of. As a teenager, my child says things that can hurt my heart. I can't react to that. I have, but I still need to love him in spite of that. And sometimes that's not easy. Nurturing is having a commitment to reach others. Indifference is finding excuses why you won't. Nurturing is loving others and lifting others to a higher level, having a vision for them. An influencer has faith in others. In leading others, there are three feelings that we need to be deliberate to process. Fear of confronting others. If we're fearful of speaking the truth because we want to avoid difficult conversations or being uncomfortable, then we aren't leading ourselves well or leading others well, in particular, our children. We aren't dealing with our fears and we aren't helping them to grow. Showing them how to have courageous conversations will teach them to have the same types of conversations with their peers and other adults when needed. Having faith in others means that we're willing to take risks for their sake. Dislike. There are things that my son does that triggers me, really, like no one else. I refer to them as moments when he primes my leadership. In raising him to be a leader, I need to put aside my past and dislike the act, not the person. Just so that we're clear here, if we dislike someone, we shouldn't be leading them. With our children, we have no choice, right? There will be times when we dislike what they do and maybe even them at times. But there's a well known quote: love covers over a multitude of sins. So we need to practice loving them through it, even when it's difficult. Contempt. This is when we look down on others or are judgmental. Sometimes we think and or say, I would never do that, as if we set the stage for all that is right in this world. Our children make mistakes. Remember the mistakes we've made at their age. That helps. But even if you were the prized child, having contempt will kill any opportunity to influence your children. When we live in this space, we do not add value to those around us, even if we try to. We can't make others feel important if we secretly feel that they are not. So it's clear these are difficult emotions to confront, process, and shift. But we must if we are to raise effective leaders. My strong suggestion is that we get a coach or a therapist to help process through some of these. Believe it or not, our future depends on you taking yourself on. Here are some facts. Borrowed beliefs can be useful temporarily, but have no real power. We become on the outside what we believe on the inside. Lack of belief in people hurts both the leader and the people. So lack of belief in our children hurts the whole family, and maybe even for generations. The greatest gift a leader gives others is to express belief in them, even when that person doesn't believe in themselves. It is so wonderful when the people believe in their leader. It is more wonderful when the leader believes in the people. This is the end of Module 3. Make sure to go to Facebook and share an insight you got from this module, ask a question, or share a quote that speaks to you. Again, it's been a joy to serve you.